There's something intoxicating about watching two people fight. It's primal, it's raw, it feels like truth in motion. That's why MMA pulls us in the way it does. It strips away the masks of everyday life and shows us something brutal, something pure. But we've gotten too good at turning pain into poetry, at turning violence into something beautiful. In doing so, we've romanticized it. We've made it easy to cheer for damage and ignore the price that comes with it. And the fighters, they become both the product and the victim of that illusion. Take Justin Gaethje. Every time he steps into the cage, he promises violence, not strategy, not caution, violence, and we love him for it. We repost his walkouts with dramatic music. We call his fights instant classics. But if you really look, you'll see a man who takes more punishment than most could survive. Concussions don't show up on highlight reels, neither do headaches, slurred words, or nights spent vomiting alone in a dark room. But those are part of the story too. We just don't want to see it because we've dressed this up as courage, as warrior mentality. And yeah, maybe it is, but it's also self-harm we pay to watch. Tony Ferguson might be the best example of this. For years, he was the boogeyman, the guy who'd break his own body just to make a point. He'd train with metal wires, throw elbows at walls, and run miles while shouting nonsense. He was chaos personified, and we couldn't get enough. But that same chaos is eating him alive now. He's lost fight after fight. His chin's gone, his timing's off. And most of the people who used to call him a legend now call him washed. The man we once idolized for surviving damage is now discarded because he shows the wear of it. We act like MMA is a celebration of discipline and heart, and in many ways it is. But let's be honest, violence is what sells. The UFC doesn't run promo reels of slick jiu-jitsu transitions or defensive masterclasses. They play the knockouts, the spinning elbows, the blood, and fans eat it up, myself included. Because somewhere along the way we decided that pain looks better in slow motion. That broken jaws and shattered orbital bones were signs of greatness. That a fighter getting hurt is only tragic if they don't win. Max Holloway once landed over 400 significant strikes in a single fight. 400. That's not a fight, that's a slow motion car crash where both guys keep walking. We laughed when he yelled, "I'm the best boxer in the UFC," while slipping punches like he was dancing. But the man across from him was absorbing every one of those shots with his life. There's nothing funny about that, nothing beautiful. That's a man's brain being rewired. But we call it legendary. We romanticize it because it makes it easier to stomach. If we make fighters into heroes, modern gladiators, we don't have to think about what happens to them when the lights go out, when the crowds go home, when their memories start to fade, or when they can't hold a sentence together at 40. We say things like, he left it all in the cage, but never ask what all really means. Their futures, their families, their ability to remember their own kids' names, that's the cost. That's what we're applauding. And for the fighters, there's no off switch. They're rewarded for violence, not for safety. A chess match gets booed, a bloodbath gets a bonus. So they adapt. They go through hell because that's what it takes to be remembered. And we let them, we push them. Sometimes we even shame them when they fight smart. When they try to avoid damage, because we don't want smart, we want war. But if we keep treating violence like poetry, we forget it's still violence, that it still cuts deep, that every spinning back fist comes with a hidden receipt. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but one day. And when the damage catches up, when the hero becomes the cautionary tale, we'll just move on to the next guy, the next brawler, the next war. So maybe it's time to look at this sport a little differently, to still love it, still respect it, but not lie to ourselves about what it is. MMA is not a fairy tale, it's not a movie, it's real, it's blood and brain cells and broken dreams. And if we really care about these fighters, we need to stop pretending that violence is some beautiful dance and start acknowledging the wreckage it leaves behind. Because fighters might sign up for war, but it doesn't mean they should have to die by it.